Good morning. My name is Debbie Pyatt. I'm the Fitness and Wellness Coordinator for Memorial Health System. You probably already know that, but I'm going to say it every time. This is our Move series, and I'm here to inspire you to move. You can see I've got a wide array of dumbbells behind me. If you have dumbbells at home, grab them, get them organized around you. I'm going to do an arm workout today with a combination of doing a descending pyramid, but yet kind of running the rack. Descending pyramid, you start with a weight, you do so many repetitions, immediately drop to the next weight, same amount of repetitions, and then to the next. Running the rack, you start with your heaviest weight, you do as many as you can, immediately stop, go to the next set. Do as many as you can, immediately stop and go to the next set until you run the rack. I'm not running these racks back here, but I'm not going to take a rest in between, and I'm not going to do a set amount of repetitions. I'm going to go till I get to failure. I recommend you do the same thing. You might be able to go a lot longer than me. I'm going to start with triceps today. Grab some dumbbells. If you don't have dumbbells at home, get 3 different types of objects that weigh differently, and you can join in too. All right, I'm starting with 10-pound dumbbells, and we're going to do some tricep kickbacks. You want to hinge forward from the hips, keep the knees relaxed, shoulders pulled away from the ears, elbows high, and we go. Now you want to make sure you squeeze at the top of that movement, right there. Right there. Really squeeze the tricep. Don't let those shoulders come up around the ears, and don't lock the legs out. We are hinging forward, chest focusing downward towards the floor, but knees stay relaxed. There is no swinging or momentum going on here. I'm lifting it, I'm lowering it, and I'm not dropping the level of my elbows. Make sure you breathe. And like I said, I'm going to go to failure on these weights. You do to failure on whatever you're using. Like I always said, you do you, baby. Make sure you keep breathing. Now, if you stop, you grab the next set and you start right back in. There's no rest on this. All right. Now I went to 8s. Shoulders. Keeping away from those ears. Drawing the scapula together, not dropping the height of the elbow. Controlling that movement. This is going to burn real quick and fatigue you very quickly. Tighten those abs. All right, I'm switching out. It's nice to have the dumbbells on something that's elevated so you can switch quickly rather than wasting time going down to the floor. Keep those elbows up, keep them squeezing in right alongside that rib cage. Burning yet? It is on me. All right, now I'm going to stop. Now is when you get to take your rest. It's after you've done your 3 or 4 sets of weights, whatever it is you're choosing to do, without resting in between. Now you rest, and then we're going to do it all again. Yeah, I'm sure you feel it already. We're going to feel it more. Shake those arms out. You can do a little bit of a tricep stretch if you want, pulling that elbow back. Other side. All right, might want to loosen up the traps by rolling the shoulders. All right, get ready. Round 2, tighten those abs, hinge forward, bend the knees, and go. Keep going. Now, if you're ready to switch to your next weight, don't wait on me. Switch it out, jump right into it without rest. And I'm switching out. Make sure those abs stay engaged and you're breathing the whole time. Pull those shoulders back away from those ears. Keep those arms in tight to the sides. I'm switching out. Knees are bent. I'm breathing. It's getting difficult for me to talk to you. All right, I'm going to take another rest, and I'm going to do one more round of these. So, like I said, if you don't have dumbbells at home, all you have to do is go around your house and find different weights of 2 objects. So you could pick cans of beans, cans of soup or lighter, and then you can pick up a couple of spoons if you want, just so you have 3 different poundages of weights. And you want to make sure you go to failure with each set. So you might go a lot longer than I do, or you might not go as long as I do. The object is fatiguing those muscles, recruiting those muscle fibers that haven't been helping us out. All right, last set. And go. Keeping those arms in close to the sides. I changed my position here so you could see my arms are not going out to the side. Pull those shoulders away from those ears. Keep those elbows high. Knees are bent, abs are tight. Arms are tight too. I'm switching out. And that is the object, to get so fatigued we can't do as many repetitions each set. Pull the shoulders down. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. No momentum, all muscle, nothing but muscle. I'm switching out again. Now, how often do I recommend you do this? Well, if this is going to be your only arm exercise for the week, I would do it 3 times during the week, with a day of rest in between. You will see results if you do this. You will. The thing is, you have to do it. All right. Triceps accomplished. Let's take that arm up, push that elbow back, and drop that hand down. Stretching that out. Now, the stretches I did before were a little quick. You really want to hold a stretch a good 20 seconds if you want that muscle to lengthen. Let's change arms. Breathe, don't hold your breath. And bring that down. All right, we're going into hammer curls now. So think about what weights you want to use. I do have a torn rotator cuff right now. I am rehabbing. So I'm going to wear out on these a little bit quicker than I do on triceps, but you do you. Knees are slightly bent, abs are tight, shoulders are pulled down, shoulder blades back. We curl up, we resist it down. We squeeze it up, resist it down. Keep those abs tight, knees bent. I'm going to switch it out. You can keep going, you keep going. This one's a little more difficult for me due to the shoulder issue. So I have to be very careful that I don't start throwing the dumbbell, but I muscle it up and muscle it down. But like I said, I won't be able to go as long on this particular exercise because I don't want to compromise form. Switching it out. All right, I'm going to take a rest. If you can keep going, you keep going. You got the concept of this now. And you can do this on any area of the body. Like I said, a descending period is usually, a pyramid is usually 3 sets. Same amount of repetitions, no rest between, and then a long rest. Running the rack is starting at the heaviest you can go with. Go until you can't lift those anymore, then immediately go to the next set according to weight. And you go until you run the rack. That means if you're down to a 2 or 3 pound dumbbell, by that time, you will feel 2 and 3 pounds. All right, second round. I got to switch it out because I'm starting to lose my proper form with that shoulder. You hang in there if you can. My right one isn't coming up as high as my left at this point, but I'm still moving it. Switching it out. One more. All right, take another rest. All right, stretch that out a little bit. Shoulder stays down. Flex that hand backward. Push that shoulder down. Change arms. Flex that palm downward. Keep the shoulder down. Don't have the shoulder up here. Arm circles. Getting some circulation flowing again. All right, last set, best yet. And go. I gotta switch it out. Right bicep is not even wanting to lift except half of a movement at this point. I'm switching it out. So if you have an injury and you're rehabbing it, it's not an excuse to not exercise. We modify. My right is not going up as far as my left, but I am still working that bicep, giving it all I got. You can do the same thing. One more. Awesome. All right. Take that arm out, shoulder down, pull back on that palm, stretch that out. Not normally, if my shoulder wouldn't be in the shape that it is, which it's recovering wonderfully, but I'm not yet to the point that I can overuse the bicep. Triceps I'm fine with. I would have done more repetitions, but think about you. Where are you at? When you have to compromise form, then what you want to do is go ahead and drop down to the next set. Don't compromise your form just to get another repetition in. And let's do some wrist circles. Open that chest. Get Think about body alignment as much as we can throughout the day. Reverse it. Fingers, hands, fingers, hands. Stretch it out after all that gripping. All right, I hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, I would do this at least 3 times a week. And if you do, and if you're following my instruction, I guarantee you'll be ready for your spring and summer arms in no time. You don't have dumbbells? That's no excuse. Everything in your house has weight to it. Find 2 objects that are the same, 2 objects that are the same, 2 objects that are the same. Decreasing in weight load. You can do this. If you have resistance bands, start with the heavy resistance band, drop to the medium, then drop to the light. If you want, use a towel. If you only have 1 or 2 resistance bands, use a towel for the last one. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you're getting results from these. Remember, just because you watch me do it doesn't give you the results. And all it takes is getting committed. Putting the time in, you will develop this as a habit. And I guarantee you, not only will you see change in the body, but it works right here too. Emotionally, you'll feel better. Your health will be better. Blood pressure will be lower. Triglycerides will be lower. Cholesterol will be lower. So we are multitasking every time we work out. Thank you for joining me. Remember, these all get moved into the video archive after they're posted. A whole bunch of videos out there. They're all labeled. You can find what it is that you need, what it is that you want. Everything doesn't appeal to everybody. That's why I give you variety every week. I'll see you next Friday. Thanks again. Bye-bye.